everyone in the collective. I hope I found y'all in good peace and high vibrational energy. I hope I found you prayed up. I hope I found you just in good energy here. Getting a lot of good news coming out of a funk, coming out of your dark night of the soul, whatever it is, and wherever you are on your particular journey as it is your own. I just pray that I found you in good, peaceful energy. To all my returning watchers, viewers, and subscribers, thank y'all so much for supporting your girl, supporting the channel, the likes, the shares, the subscriptions, the donations. And I ask that y'all continue to come back. I pray that if you are a returning watcher, viewer, or subscriber, that I said something that brought truth, clarity, and awareness to you wherever you are in your life. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I am Shay, the Dual Alchemist, your dual nature being, bringing you messages, all messages from the divine, from my intuitive and highest self, for the highest good of the collective. So stick around. I may say something that you like. I may say something that brings truth, clarity, and or awareness to you wherever you are on your journey. Collective, don't mind my puffy face. Like, I'm working out for 3 hours of sleep, okay? So, before I get into the messages in the cards, before I even start with the cards collective, let's go ahead and do our formalities. Ancestors are my highest good, archangels are my highest good, spirit guides are my highest good, deities and any type of multidimensional, universal, celestial, and ethereal beings of my highest good, including my highest self, with all praises going to the Most High God Source as being the most omnipotent. That's what I'm hearing. Of my highest good. Please protect my energy at this time as I tap into this collective energy read. Please allow me to see from all perspectives, not just the highest perspective, but from all perspectives, in order to give out this message as fluidly and as concisely and precisely as possible. Please remove any and all energies, and I'm just going to say any and all variations of such energies that wish to interfere with the truth, clarity, and high perspective delivery of this message, the aspects that I need to see into. Remove any and all energetic blockages and all variations of such. Ashe. So mote it be, and so it is. I don't know if any of y'all tuned into that. I don't know if any of y'all tuned into the live that I did last night, late last night, but I believe that I've been picking up on the shit in the Epstein files. Now, I'm going to say this, right? The reason why, and this is not to downplay anything that anybody went through as far as assault or anything, trigger warning here, when it comes to dealing with Epstein or having any type of ties to Epstein, anybody that was victimized by Epstein and or his associates here. But I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Those Epstein files are not just going to reveal victims of the actual escapades and assaults that went on. Those files have information. They are going to reveal fully who divine beings are, that earth angels are real, and the shit that was done to them. That's what's in them files. That's what's in them files. That's what they don't want. That's why they are fighting tooth and nail. And although we can consider that shit to be a distraction, it's actually all a distraction to distract us from one thing or the other, when all these things tie into each other. And ultimately, the reason why all of these things there are so many distractions with Trump, with ICE, with police shootings, with the Epstein files and stuff like that, and all kinds of things going on like that. They want to distract us from the fact that, to think that all these things are separate, and these things are not separate. They all go hand in hand. And ultimately, what they are going to reveal is earth angels are real. They're here on earth. A lot of people in the collective are earth angels, and a lot of information contained, classified files, stuff that was done, experimentation, everything, the actual assaults, the trafficking of, because trafficking just don't look one way. the people involved in everything, and it has to pertain to divine beings, earth angels. That's what's in them Epstein files that they are trying to keep from getting out. Because if it is revealed in those Epstein files that earth angels actually exist, that they are walking amongst us all, that multidimensional beings and celestial beings exist in the flesh. They are just some of them unawakened and unaware. Some of them are aware. And it reveals that everybody would be brought to this conclusion that there are such things as extraterrestrials and aliens, and that these fucking people, that they are probably extraterrestrials, lower dimensional, interdimensional extraterrestrial beings, and they have worked with other extraterrestrial beings of a benevolent kind against the true earth angels. And I think that's what I really feel what's in those Epstein files. I really feel like that's what the fuck is in those Epstein files that they are trying to keep from coming out here. It's not just about, and again, I'm not downplaying that, because people went through some shit dealing with that man and his associates and his comrades, you know. They really went through some trauma dealing with those people, but that's not the depth of it. Like, that's just scratching the surface of it. I think that kind of stuff like that has been revealed in order to allow people to look deep into it. That's just enough to draw people's attention in to want to look more deep into the Epstein files. But when they get into the depths of those fucking files here, those files are going to reveal the true earth angels and the chosen ones and what the fuck they really been doing to them. It's gonna reveal that. Because that live that I picked up on last night, bro, like I could not go through with it. I could not go through with the energy. I didn't want to see anymore. But after I ended that live, more downloads started to come, bro. Like, the shit that is about to be revealed pertaining to those Epstein files, or even if it's revealed in a different region or area and it seems like it has nothing to do with the Epstein files, ultimately all these things are going to lead back to the information that is contained within those Epstein files. And the downloads that I got after the live that I ended last night, I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. The shit is going to reveal cloning. It's going to reveal that, you know that movie The Giver? You remember how they were growing babies. They were growing babies in that movie The Giver. Test tube babies. And if you don't think that they do that, go look up the first Eve that they have created. The scientists, they came out with a news broadcast on, and you can find it anywhere. They created the first Eve. That's not the first Eve that they ever fucking created. It's bullshit. If they're telling you that they're just now creating something or finding the key to something, they've been doing it, okay? And bro, I picked up on shit like collective, bro, like shit that people ain't ready. I think we ready, because it's like we ain't got no choice but to be ready. That shit, them Epstein files are going to reveal shit like motherfuckers being grown in labs, in actual test tubes here. Because I picked up heavy on test tube baby energy last night after I ended that live. Heavy on that shit. Heavy. And then giving these babies over, like putting the essence of divine essences that they have trapped in one way or another, that they have siphoned or extracted in one way or another, growing test tube babies and putting that essence into these babies, and then that they've grown in test tube, bro, I cannot fucking make it up. And then handing these babies over to what people what you would think of as being your family. These people not your fucking family. That's why the fuck they so karmic. That's why the fuck that they're so willing to do. They don't have it in their heart. They don't have a heart space for you. They don't have a place in their hearts for you. That's why they've been so, we find, we picking up on these energies of the karmic family. They so willing to do all these things to divine beings and earth angels and the generational curse breakers, because they're not your fucking family. They not. Bro, I think a lot of people finna find out that they was grown in the lab. I'm not even playing. I'm not even playing. I'm not even playing. I'm a implore people in the collective, just entertain my crazy for a minute. Look at how many of y'all have karmic families, right? Look at how many of y'all karmic families sold y'all out, tried to unalive y'all, all kinds of shit, right? You know, how many people in your family? I got a couple of things for you, questions for you to ask yourself. Has there ever been any accounts where somebody close to you, somebody that you were real cool with, they ever came up missing for a period of time? Like they were just, you know, soul searching. They were just, you know what I'm saying? They was going through some shit here. They came up missing for a period of time. You didn't hear from them, and that was unlike them. And then they pop back up on the scene. Is there any of you in the collective that have family members that are in the Air Force, Navy, or Army? And I'm talking about heavy in your family background here, in one way or another. Bro, there's some shit gonna come out of them Epstein files. They are trying to fight tooth and nail, and I'm starting to pick up on the energy, and I'll give out certain parts of the message, and I won't even reference the Epstein files for, not even for fear of me being a target. I'm always a fucking target. Every day I have just come to the conclusion where I just let the fucking the thought go that every day that somebody is potentially, more than likely, 95% trying to unalive me for one reason or another, because the information that I keep tapping into. So when I pick up on the messages of any bit of information in there, I won't reference the Epstein files, but you put 2 and 2 together, collective. You put 2 and 2 together. Because that shit that I picked up on last night, it was weird. It was some fucking weird ass energy. And then after I ended the live and I went outside to fucking sit outside in the car and smoke, like, the shit that it kept coming up. It test tube baby, test tube babies, test tube babies. And then it makes me go back to dreams that I was having about these tall ass silver or sterling silver cryogenic tanks that I kept dreaming about being in labs. I kept dreaming about being in a lab somewhere. It's like an abandoned building, but in the basement part of this abandoned building, one. And this motherfucker is in Venezuela. It's in Venezuela. And I did a read on this shit. But I've been dreaming about cryogenic tanks, bro. You know, like the shit when you go to the in vitro fertilization center and they have the small ones. No, nigga, these was the ones body size here. You know, contrary to popular belief of what the movies have of believing, they're not all glass and see-through. I'm telling you, there's a lot of motherfuckers in the collective finna find out, whether it come out now or later. A lot of us was grown in cryogenic tanks, bro. You control the birth, you control the body, you control the essence that you put in it. Technically, the baby that you grow in the cryogenic tank is the property of the progenitor or the creator. Not that our real creator of the essence, the creator that created the vessel. Your vessel is created. If you are a test tube baby or grown in a fucking lab, even if you are an in vitro baby, you are technically your body and everything that is contained within it, besides the true essence of God, is the property of the fucking company. Bro, I'm trying not to get into that. There's a fucking, this is either a detective or this is a high-ranking official of some kind. I don't know who he is. He coming out as the King of Swords, but he came out King of Swords with the 7 of Wands in the reverse. Whomever this person is, this is somebody that is behind this. No, this person is in the public eye. And again, it could be anybody. We don't. A lot of y'all gonna hate to fucking find out. Your family members, especially the ones that went missing, and this is why I'm telling y'all to pay attention to this type of stuff in your life. Went missing for a period of time. Y'all didn't talk for years. Y'all didn't talk. My motherfucker went missing for a long period of time here. A lot of them were snatched and cloned. I'm telling you, bro. It's in the Epstein files. It's in the Epstein files. Though, especially the people that could get the closest to you, they were snatched up at a point in time. If they ever did a span in prison, anything like that. And a lot of the times these people aren't aware, or sometimes they are. They're made aware and they become complacent with the karmic bullshit against the divine being that is placed within their family structure. Okay, and I don't want to get into this energy. I'm gonna see if I can work my way around it here. Like, so we have the Two of Pentacles, and man, listen, bruh, listen. Two of Pentacles with the Earth Angel. Do you hear what I'm saying? Switching out family members, switching out of people closest to the Earth Angel for clones. I'm telling you what I love. There's the Knight of Cups here. Romantic partners, everything. Motherfucker ever came up missing, you know, like, I'm telling you, like you said, the dream I had with the hospital was in a warehouse. That's what I'm telling you, bro. Like, setting, and I teleported to the roof ledge, and I can see through. There's a row of patients with IV poles. I hear a nurse say, we bought this one from Texas. Bro, like, I believe you. Like, we dreaming of this shit. And this, I don't know who the fuck this Queen of Cups is. This could be a lot of y'all collective mother figure. It don't have to be a water sign. But the Queen of Cups, she has come out several times in reverse. So many of these cards were in reverse, bro. Like, y'all mother is like, a lot of people gonna find out your mothers are not your mothers. This Queen of Cups is indicating to me motherly figures here. The person that's supposed to nurture you, love you, protect you, care for you, guide you. You know what I mean? Be your emotional barrier, your emotional support here. Ten of Swords. And I'm telling you, I kept on having this dream. And they showed me the location and everything. They even showed me the serial numbers on the cryogenic tanks. And it's not the first time I've dreamt of stuff like that. I even had dreams of human skin suits, like surrogates, in a building that was set up like an arcade. It had all the different lights and stuff, like an arcade, like a big arcade that a kid would go to. And it was grown people in skin suits, in surrogate skin suits already. But I could tell that they were other beings, other extraterrestrial beings under those skin suits. And they were coming into the arcade in groups. Some from China, some from like everywhere. And they were going to the cryogenic tanks, but the tanks were set up with the surrogate meat suit in it. It was set up like a vending machine, nigga, and they were fucking going, and they was like picking out meat suits, skin suits that they liked and that they wanted to wear. I've been having crazy ass dreams about this shit. That shit is in the Epstein files. We're not just talking about actual victims, which a lot of you in the collective have went through the abuse, the assault. Come on now, like, family is not family because it's not family. We got Ten of Wands in the reverse with the Four of Pentacles, okay? Ten of Wands says, get out of stress and power pressure. A power pressure is significant. The burden is put down. Blaming and responsibility here. Deep-rooted belief, possess, work hard to bring results, solid financial foundation. Solid financial foundation. Ownerships, warnings, and inheritance. Okay? Because as long as you create a baby, you grow up like they did with Eve. Look that shit up. They did it last year. It was publicized. Fake embryos and everything, artificial embryos that where they took human cells, they inserted it into an artificial embryo. an artificial placenta, an embryo, and placenta, artificially created. The extracted human cells, they will be the property of the company. The artificial embryo and placenta would be the property of the company. Therefore, the birthing of, or the product of, or the resulting product of would be the property of the company. All the archaeological digs and sites and stuff, what were they doing? Every time they find a fucking mummy, what they do? They extract the fucking DNA. Because the mummies, the bones, the way the bone, it still contains preserved essence of the deity, the divine being, whoever that person was. It contains the essence of. They extract it from the mummies, the skeletal remains. They finagle with the shit, they combine shit, and then they insert it into the resulting product of the artificial birth. The essence may not be the owners, or, the essence may not be the property of these people. It's stolen. This is why they can't, because the essence has already been claimed by the divine, by the ethers, by the Most High God source. The essence has already been claimed. The energy of that essence has already been claimed. But if they have control of the vessel that they put it in, technically everything that is within that, they have control over it, even if they are the owner of that essence within that vessel. Yep, this is not a way I wanted to spend my break, but whatever. We on it. So, I don't know who this big public figure is. Big public figure here. This person has a lot of protection. This person has a lot of pull in the justice system, okay? Like, this person could even write laws, make laws. I don't know who this is, but this motherfucker is in the reverse. He is no longer protected, and it's a lot of people going down with this motherfucker. I don't know, but bro, it's so many people that fucking came out with this motherfucker. Everybody was in the reverse. The Emperor was in the reverse. The Queen of Cups was in the reverse. There's a King of Wands that was in the reverse. There's a King of Swords that was in the reverse. There's a major key player here in this day, a King of Swords here. This person is going down for some shit, and they can no longer provide protection to the people that work with them. I don't know what it is. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this shit is. There's a Six of Swords and then a King of Wands here. I'm telling you, like, and then I don't know who this is. It's like this King of Swords and this King of Wands, they keep coming out heavy in my decks, especially for the past couple of weeks. Now, these could be different people. These could be, don't have to be fire signs. Doesn't have to be air signs here. But there is a Queen of Cups, heavy in the energy, that has been controlling a King of Wands. Like, somebody may find out you are a fucking test tube, baby. Also, those heart attacks are artificial, King of Wands. You just need to know that shit. You ain't just pop out and start having heart issues and stuff, or at whatever age. Your heart didn't just start failing you. There has been a chip put into your fucking heart. You need to know that shit. You need to know that. And it's either this, there's a Queen of Cups in the reverse who has been controlling you. You could have multiple chips in your body. A lot of y'all been chipped. A lot of y'all been chipped. I got a chip in me. I have at least 2 or 3 chips in my body. Man, like, I would not lie about this shit. I'll make a fucking joke, but I won't tell no lie. I have at least 3 chips that I can tell you the location of. 2, you can feel them in my body. These chips control, one of the chips is near my fertility area, my sacral chakra, okay? And it controls my ovulation rate. It controls like and then, oh, this King of Cups. I don't know who he is, child. I'm trying to decipher through the energies. It's a lot of fucking people about to go down. Something heavy, something deep is about to, like, be announced on the news or about to go down here. I don't know what it is. People are trying to place the blame. The people are trying to place the burdens and the blame of the burdens of the blame on to each other at this time. Like, there's some shit going on here, and these are going to be people that are in the public eye here. Okay. Somebody has the Sacagawea genome code here. Somebody needs to know that. Sacagawea. I said what I said. I said what I said, bro. Man, listen, Linda. People are trying to place the burden of blame. There is a scrambling of energy here. Whomever this King of Swords is, this motherfucker done lost all traction. This person has lost all pull. Whatever pull that they may have had, I don't know if the divine snatched it from them. I don't know if bigger people of power and authority have stepped in here. Somebody, a King of Swords, significant, heavy key player. This person's power, every pull, every connection, everything has been snatched from this person. That means that this person's protection is gone. That means that the people who working with this person and working under this person, their protection is fucking gone. Everybody connected to this King of Swords, there's going to be a major bust collective. I'm telling you what I love. There's going to be a major bust for what these motherfuckers was doing to Earth Angels. There's going to be a major fucking arrest here. Like a major arrest, a major bust here. Judgment has been called. I feel like that there has been a dissension. And when I say dissension, I'm not talking about if you're on this plane. What I mean is that high-ranking Earth Angels, Archangels are coming down or have inhabited human vessels. This is what I was seeing in that arcade setup with the whole surrogate meat suits and stuff. Those energies, they were extraterrestrial, but they didn't give me the energy of a bad feeling or a negative feeling or something terrible. It felt like that these were beings from the galactic council here who have come down and selected vessels to inhabit and embody, because when they step fucking foot on this plane, I don't give a fuck who think that they have power on here. When they step on the scene, every fucking knee shall bow. Like, it ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. They don't give a fuck what a person has, how much money they have, what name you've made for yourself. If you're seen in the public eye, the type of titles that you hold, they gives a fuck. When they step on the scene, it all goes. It all means zilch. And so there have been, I don't know what to call this. I don't know how to explain how they're here. I can't say. It's like, because at maybe one point in time, like collective, at least 7 years ago, a lot of you Earth Angels in the collective, a lot of you divine beings, a lot of you chosen ones, you were meant to pair in divine unions, to connect energetically, to mix of the genes here and have babies, to be the vessels of galactic beings. I'm talking about fuck high ranking, and with all respects, that's not what I mean. But a rank don't have shit to do with these galactic beings. When they step on this fucking earthly plane, every fucking thing ceases. You have no movements. These people are part of this realm here that think that they all powerful and shit. Like, these are the type of people that the Pope bow at the Galactic Council. So these essences, these galactic beings here, they were supposed to reincarnate. They were supposed to inhabit the vessels of babies that were supposed to come from divine unions, the merging of actual energy and actual fluids and exchanges. They were supposed to make these vessels pure enough, because divine unions, the purest vessel. The Galactic Council weren't able to do that because there were people in false positions of power here, key players here, that stopped the divine unions from coming together, so these babies weren't born here. Doesn't mean that the Galactic Council won't find a way to fuck. Like, there is no... When you think of the Galactic Council, they would be the ones that create the law, the universal laws that govern every single man, woman, child, person, place, thing, being, energy, entity, spirit on this plane of existence that has a solid vessel, that has a condensed vessel here. The Galactic Council are the ones that create and govern the universal laws that govern this plane of existence. So these motherfucking false people in power here, false power, false people here, when the Galactic Council come down in this hole, however they come down, that's because there was a treaty here, a galactic treaty between the Galactic Council and Federation, that there was never to be any interference of any interdimensional, intergalactic, multidimensional, universal, celestial, or ethereal being. There's supposed to be no interference with how things worked out in this plane of existence, how the Earth Angel learned their lesson in the Earth School, how they gained their wings, we gained their wings, released karmic debt or cleared karmic debt, served out their prison sentence, served out their probation sentence in here. There was never supposed to be interference with any of that. You were supposed to have what it is that you need, have what it is to get on your path here, and this shit was supposed to be with ease. Of course, you would be faced with the karma from a past life here, but you were supposed to be able to clear your karmic debt with no interferences, because there is a treaty here, a galactic treaty, a galactic agreement, which would be a treaty here, that said that they are not to interfere. They are to observe, but never to interfere. And there have been interdimensional beings that cannot vibrate over a frequency or radio frequency. That's what I'm hearing. They can't vibrate high enough to ever gain their wings or ever even get a chance to have souls here. They will suffer the ultimate death, okay? The final death, the ultimate death. These are these energies, and they interfere. And they also were linking hands behind the scenes. They were cloaking themselves in divine being energies and essences here, and cloaking up their dirty deeds from the Galactic Council and the peace treaty. Because they are observing, they have always observed, but they were cloaking their energies in essence, their wrongdoings, their evil doings. They were cloaking themselves in the stolen essence of the earth angels, the chosen ones, the starseeds, the light workers, the bringers, the bearers, the indigo children, and they were cloaking it, and then they were doing shit, interfering with other betrayers, other treasonous betrayers that are multidimensional or interdimensional beings here. They interfered. They should have never interfered. And then they tried to stop the Galactic Council from coming here on this plane through vessels of divine unions, the vessels that were birthed from divine unions and connections here. And then they steal us, and then they all unalive us, unbeknownst to us, unbeknownst to a lot of people in the collective, steal us, unalive us, and then put our essence into a new child that they can consider the property of them, because then they can continue to siphon the essence of that divine being's essence, because it is in their property, so to speak. That shit over with. That shit over with. Okay? It is fucking over with. There's a treaty here. And we're not just talking about physical jail here. It's like these motherfuckers go. Did y'all hear that? It could be that I'm lacking sleep. I only had like 3.5 hours of sleep, but I swear it. I don't know if y'all heard the change in the frequency. Like everything went deaf. Everything went deaf. DEAF. Like all the noise stopped. There was no noise whatsoever. Now noise is going back. Like I don't know how to explain. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain what I experience most of the times, bro. But these people aren't. It's like they're going to go to physical jail. These physical jails, I already said this before in the previous read, they're spirit boxes. They were using the spirit boxes by wrongfully convicting divine beings, putting you in prisons, rehabs, jails, subjecting you to things that would align you with committing felonies, crimes and stuff, addictions and stuff, to put you in rehab, prisons and jails, because those are spirit boxes here. Spirit boxes that the evildoers of this plane of existence here, interdimensional beings that have, they don't contain the primordial essence here. They can never. But they were putting traps over these huge spirit boxes. So those spirit boxes will now become their captivity, where they will go to physical jail first, right? They will go to physical jail for committing treason against this peace treaty, galactic peace treaty. They will go to physical jail, where they will be held captive by their own devices, by their own spirit boxes. You hear me? And then that would allow them to be forcefully made to sit in fucking place and serve out their sentence while they go through the spiritual jail. There's no more fucking spiritual court here. There's no more spiritual court. Spiritual court has been had. That's what the focus of last year was. It was who shall and shall not be judged. Spiritual court happened last year. This year, the sentences have been handed out already last year. This year is the year where people are going, the rightful evil people, whomever, whatever you would like to consider them, the trespassers, 3 of Pentacles, eight of Swords. The trespassers of divine beings all alike. It is a matter in what light or respect you are held in or considered a divine being, what dimension or what universe or parallel or multiverse that you come from. You can be any variations of such. You can be all variations of such. Some of y'all are omnipotent beings. Trespass against any of you. And my stomach just growled. The inheritors of the 10 of Pentacles, your inheritance. Spiritual inheritance, physical inheritance, celestial inheritance, omnipotent inheritance. Celestial inheritance, rightful thrones, places of power, crowns, reestablishment of kings and kingdoms and queendoms here. They trespassed against you for it. These motherfuckers, somebody has lost all their leeway, all their leverage. And it's the King of Swords. Like this motherfucker has lost. If they had any type of occult protection, yeah, that's nah. And I'm hearing heavy. Aleister Crowley, you know, I'll release you back to your respected place, you know, although I don't really fucking think he's dead. But hey, you know, that's just my own conclusion. That's just my own theory. I come up with a lot of them and then I do research. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Aleister Crowley dead. I don't think he dead. There's a lot of people that y'all think dead, or that they declare dead, or that they announced to be dead a long time ago. Them motherfuckers are not dead. Them motherfuckers been living off the energy and essence of divine beings. And it's in the Epstein files. It's in the Epstein files. King of Wands, I don't know who you are, but you are being found to be, I don't know, bro. You could be, man. Because I'm trying to figure out how to read this King of Wands energy. I don't know if this King of Wands was supposed to be a divine being here, and this person could have decided to, with the Queen of Cups being guided by the Queen of Cups, could have decided to be a vessel for Aleister Crowley and the occult knowledge and magic here after, our Crowley-like energy transition. Somebody decided to be the vessel of an occultist here, like a dark occultist here, who found the keys, who found the divine beings here, yeah, and released the spirit that wasn't supposed to be released here. That's one of the interfering factors here. Give me more on that magician with the Six of Swords. The magician, yeah, somebody found a cheat code that even if they transition from their vessel, they could always, their essence would be put in possibly a cryogenic tank. And then a progenitor or somebody, a new vessel will be chosen. And this new vessel is a King of Wands. This new vessel is a King of Wands. Or it's a King of Swords. I don't know. King of Wands. Yeah, okay. 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 King of Wands, that's in the public eye. You agreed, or your mother agreed for your body to be the vessel of a reincarnated dark occultist to go against your own. There's a Hierophant there, and motherfuckers is coming for you. I don't know who you are, but they're coming for you. I heard Stephanie. Somebody's name could be Stephanie. And I ain't finna put out that last name. Yeah. Your level of betrayal, King of Wands, whomever you are, baby. Your level of betrayal. Your level of betrayal to be seen in the public eye for agreeing to do this, or whomever you work with, or whomever. You're not really the King of Wands. You only have that person's vessel. You're not really the King of Wands. I don't know who you are, energy or spirit. I don't know who the fuck you are. You're not the King of Wands. You're only wearing his body. So you can step into this energy of King of Pentacles here by stealing the abundance from you. You contracted, you agreed to do this a long time ago, but guess what? Five of Swords, the death. This is like purgatory. This is like the ultimate death, the final death here. Your spirit will never reincarnate. You reincarnated over 7 lifetimes. Didn't I say 7 years ago, collective? 7 years ago, there was supposed to be birthing of the vessels for galactic beings to inhabit. Man, look. Queen of Cups, I don't know who you are. You fucked. Because you keep coming out dirty as fuck. You're fucked, because I know they've been watching so many of your evil deeds. They've been watching you from all areas, all aspects of your life. Whoever the Queen of Cups is, it could be multiple people. It could be a lot of people in the collective. Your karmic ass mothers. It could be a Queen of Cups. A Queen of Cups who had the strongest urge and desire to reject the blessing. Whomever this King of Wands is, he ain't him. He's not him. I don't know if people are noticing this in this person. He's not him. Somebody been there, took over this vessel of a divine being, of a high priest here. I can't make it up. Look at this motherfucking king. Look at this King of Swords. I'm telling you, somebody rejected the blessing, whatever that means, in whatever respect it means. Somebody rejected the blessing, so a motherfucker could switch bodies, inhabit the vessel of a divine being, a high priest here. to siphon the energy, a King of Swords, okay? And they did this to this King of Wands when he was a child. When he was a child. Yep. Listen. Hoo, baby. There's some ugly shit right here. When he was a child, they did this shit to him. He tried to fight it, but the entity or energy was too strong. He fell victim to the sword. Okay? He was a sacrifice. I cannot make this shit up. I cannot make this shit up, bro. Because I don't... If I'm doing a general and collective reading, right? The King of Wands, this person cannot be like an isolated person. Like, they can be in a public eye, but this is not... this person has to apply or have a common denominator or connection to a gang of motherfuckers in the collective. If I'm picking up on it like this. This is not just any King of Wands. This is a very significant public figure in the King of Wands energy that is inhabited by a King of Swords energy, a dark ass occultist. Dark. And it don't have to be Crowley. It could be one of his muses, one of his followers. But somebody, a Queen of Cups, agreed when her son was a child to allow this entity, this spirit, I mean, dark, that's trying to tap into the energy, that's trying to listen in. Because there's a such thing as like silence, right? If I can explain to y'all how this shit works. Somebody mama, somebody mama, whomever. When this King of Wands was a child, she sacrificed this masculine vessel for somebody else to inhabit it, a dark energy, a dark spirit entity. When they were a child, I cannot make this shit up. I could not make this shit up. They could have even had a funeral for this King of Wands and everything. Like, this person's name has been changed. This person has probably moved from like Brazil or Puerto Rico, a small village, by a fucking forest here, by a reserved forest, rainforest here, a natural rainforest, the Amazonian forest, whatever this is. This person grew up in a village. This person's mother sacrificed them as a child here, and then killed this person off. They had a funeral, a memorial for this person and for this child and everything. And then they sent him somewhere else, possibly to the U.S., possibly to Canada. I'm hearing that as well. Polonia, whatever that is, Greece here, and they changed this person's name and everything. And this person, wherever they ended up at, this King of Wands here, they were groomed to become a public figure here. But that's because they needed this King of Wands to be in the public eye in order to have all the connections that they needed and have power and authority over people with their money here, to have people be able to come together, join hands with him, his group, his coven, his cult, in order to continue to help betray divine beings, bro. Like, this shit is... Again, somebody rejected the blessing. I don't want to call the name, but I got a download like 2 years ago. And I wrote it all down. That's why I was required to stop writing, because of the violation of privacy here, of the information that I was given. There is There is an entity. It was once a spirit. This is once a being with a soul. An omniscient being. Because he would be an improper term, is one of the water kingdom. Okay? The water kingdom. This is where a lot of, I'm not going to go into all of that. I'm not going to go into all of that because the heavens is water. You know, the universe, the space, it's water. It's water. Okay? We're talking about the original stance of the water kingdom. There was a betrayer of the centurions. That's what the download was. That's not what they are called. But they would be called like centurions. Okay. And this betrayer betrayed the centurions. These are the elder water species kingdom race. And however, they never told me how he betrayed them, but what happened is they outcast him and they stripped him of his gifts, powers. This being's name was DUAL. And they gave me this name, and the sisters that talked to me gave me the names. And then the king of the water kingdom had 4 daughters. The youngest daughter was set to become an elder centurion. She was going through the training, so she had not went through all the tests or the training to gain access to all of her spiritual gifts, but still her energy, her essence was enough. It was high, it was bigger and higher than Teua's. And so when he was ostracized, when he was outcasted, this motherfucker, I'm talking about, stripped of everything and then placed out. Wherever he was placed out at, I'm talking about ostracized here, exiled, indefinitely, infinitely, for his betrayal, for his treason against the centurions here. He targeted however he did, because there are other factors at play here. He targeted the younger of the centurion mages, the younger of the 4 sisters of the water kingdom's king or ruler, and was able to successfully unalive her. Was able to successfully unalive her, to steal enough of her energy and essence to allow himself to not just time travel or time jump, portal jump, but to, and I promise y'all, I didn't read this in no textbook. This is a whole download I got in a book. Use enough of her essence to travel to a time where he could inhabit a body where on a timeline or in a realm where he knew, because he had unalived her, that she would reincarnate in. So he would already be there, and the moment that he came, that she would incarnate, the younger of the 4 sisters that he unalived, when she incarnated into that timeline, he had already been waiting for her. And every lifetime, over several lifetimes, he has been able to successfully get people to come work in tandem with him, or come against this younger centurion mage in order to siphon her energy from that particular lifetime. Because every lifetime that this younger energy, divine feminine, I don't know what to call her, but every time that she incarnated into a life cycle, she reincarnated with a different spiritual gift, and the essence was still the same, but with a different spiritual gift. And he was able to successfully unalive her every single lifetime except for this one, because this motherfucker, the moment that they set out what these things call hellhounds on this motherfucker when he unalived her, but he was being able to cloak himself in every lifetime in the energy and essence of divine beings that he betrayed and unalived, to steal their essence, to continue to reincarnate, to never die. Because this person, Teua, knew that if he ever were to suffer the true death, of the soul, the spirit, whatever, he would go straight into purgatory. So he cheated death every fucking lifetime by doing this particular thing. So they set hellhounds off on this motherfucker from the time of the first betrayal of the unaliving of the younger water priestess, okay? Water kingdom priestess that was to become a centurion here. They set out hellhounds, but this motherfucker been cloaking and covering his scent with the essence that he has stolen from divine beings. This particular lifetime, he figured out a way to, I'm talking about bank off of divine being essence, like how to not just to trap the essence of the reincarnated divine beings that he killed every other lifetime. And that was the shit with the cloning and with the cryogenic tanks here and with the artificial births here. That's the King of Swords. That's who the Galactic Council has come down here to fucking retrieve. He fucked. And when I say every being that has ever sold out their own, sold out divine beings, chosen ones, every one of them, they no longer have protection, cloaking. They know whatever it is that they were able to obtain and use over these different life cycles here, it's no more. And there's shit about this, and there's old ancient texts we know that they never disclosed to the public here in the Epstein files. There's information on divine beings, the name changes, the cryogenic tanks, the cloning of the artificial births, the experimentation, the extracting of the DNA, the essence, the energy here, the targeting of the gang stalking, like it's in the Epstein files. And these motherfuckers are not going to be able to, yeah, they're not. Because I'm telling you, these people was resting easy. They were chilling off of the energy, the essence, the gift, the Ace of Pentacles of divine beings. It's in the Epstein files. It's in the Epstein files. And this is a fucking tower. Because the fight has begun. And we're talking about beings that cannot be exterminated, unalive. Like they can't take them out. That when these motherfuckers touch ground, they touch down to cause hell. Lil Boosie song. Like these motherfuckers touching down to cause hell. It ain't shit a motherfucker can do with the type of power that they have, because those that have been residing on this realm, they've never ever seen and ever even touched this type of power that the fucking Galactic Council is coming down here to reign upon their fucking heads. When I say there go that Page of Cups with the chariot, here they come. I'm telling you, justice, here they fucking come. Like there's about to be a big ass fucking shift, change and stuff. Like when you start seeing like the amount of people that are going to suffer losses of loved ones here, go broke, go poor here, it's just the beginning here, man. Listen, Three of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune, they at the bottom of the fucking wheel. Like these motherfuckers is at a standstill. It's like putting a wedge in between a big rig truck drive, or a truck when you park it. It ain't. And these motherfuckers is stuck. Man, listen. Cloak themselves in the truth speakers, the way the light showers, the light bringers and bearers, the ones that exert truth, clarity, synchronicities, healing, stuff like that. Like how they were cloaking themselves in this energy of divine beings. Especially when they picked the divine couples, twin flames and shit against each other. But the twin, story for other days here. Yeah. How they pit them against each other. I can't make it up. How they were pitting earth angels against each other to make them lose their wings, and therefore keeping them trapped here and continually unaliving them, rebirthing them in these property vessels to keep siphoning the energy. Shit, okay. And now, divine beings, your protection is being bumped up. Like, motherfuckers ain't finna be able to touch you. They out here doing this spell work and witchcraft. They plotting on you. They watching and stalking you. They can't fucking touch you. They can't touch you. It is so. It has been said. It has been announced here. They ain't gonna be able to fucking touch you here. When I say they're not gonna be able to fucking touch you, all these motherfuckers can do is walk away and go sit the fuck down somewhere and wait for that ass whooping. Cannot make it up. I cannot make this shit up, bro. Because they will, what the Galactic Council is saying with this, look, they can just sit around and wait for that ass whooping, because the Galactic Council said what they said will be, it will fucking be. With the birthing of these celestial beings, they will be called like rainbow or crystal seed children here. They will be fucking born, because there are other energies or entities coming from other realms that need to come here and experience this plane of existence that haven't been able to be reborn, because they can't be born into unpure vessels. When I say, look, my spirit team ain't gonna never lead me wrong, never make me look like no motherfucking fool. There's a King of Cups that's going into his Emperor power here. He's coming from a distance overseas towards an Empress, for a Two of Cups, Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords here, okay? And then here go this Queen of Swords. I don't know who this bitch is. I don't know who she is. Who the bitches are. The Queen of Swords could just stand for the fucking karma. It's not, if you're an air sign, don't get offended. If you know you in good, upright energy, you know I ain't talking about you. But they're a King of Cups. So we're talking about masculines that are healed, that are emotionally balanced, stable here. So people that make sound decisions, they don't put their emotions before analytical or logical decision making here. This is a person that is fucking healed, and they know how to use their emotions properly, and they know when to stand in their fucking power properly. That are at distances, that have been distanced or separated from their empresses, their divine feminines here. The Two of Cups shall prevail here. Like, bitch, you can't just be pretty and bad and a motherfucking, and you know what I'm saying? A pretty bad and a thought, or do all the sexual things and stuff for these men to come in no more. That's no more. It's no more of that shit. Now we're having this. There's no more y'all like the baddies that are devoid of soul, morals, values, and fucking principles, and spiritual knowledge of self, and spiritual knowledge of the world and the way the divine order fucking works. It's no more having babies with these karmic ass third parties and shit. Like, that shit is over, and these hoes are sad and in they fucking feelings because that's what they were banking off of. That shit is over with. That shit is coming to a head, because divine unions and connections and true royal bloodlines, the coming together, reestablishment of kingdoms, households, and every fucking things, connections, unions, they shall fucking prevail. They shall prevail. They shall fucking prevail. Look, Fool and Eight of Pentacles. So, collective, that's all I have for y'all right now. Your girl gotta go. I am late. Okay. So I will see you guys back on the next one. If the message resonated with you, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Keep your girl in the algorithm. Help me beat the algorithm. Help me enter into the algorithm. Nonetheless, the messages that I give out are for your highest good, our highest good, as we are sick of the bullshit. And it is about time. It is about high time that the rightful people take their rightful places. And all the karmics, it's just kind of like, oh well, you know. I thank y'all for tuning in and tapping in. I thank y'all for giving me support, love, for the donations and everything. I ask that y'all continue to come back. Constructive criticism and feedback is always welcome. And until next time, collective, I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.